Welcome back to ESA Corona Relief for Save the Children's Corona Emergency Appeal. We are going to be going into Yoshi's story next, being run by the LoveBot. And he's going to be supported by RDV versus the entire world. So I'm going to stop right now and leave you in their very, very, very capable hands.
Well, hello everybody. As he said, I'm LoveBot, or LoveBot as he put it so nicely. I have a good friend, RDV. Yeah, go.
I'm RDV First World. I'm also a Yoshi story runner. We did a race last ESA winter. I'll be here to help LoveBot commentate this run.
Yeah, not that it's so stressful that I can't commentate, but it's just nice having somebody here we can ping pong off a little bit. So we will be both in your ears tonight. But yeah, let's just get going. Oh, one quick thing. We're playing the Japanese version of the game, which hasn't been shown off at ESA before, which is slightly different in the sense that there's some physics difference, and we also cannot skip cutscenes in between each stage, so you'll be seeing those as well. But let's just get going, and I'll give a countdown from 3, and it's on power on console, so that's why it's getting black right now. But 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, good luck, man.
Thank you. But yeah, as mentioned, this is the Japanese version of the game, as you can see with the text being all Japanese. The physics difference, I'll actually let RDV talk a little bit while I get going with the game here. If you can talk about the main physics difference between the two versions.
All right, so the main physics difference in this game is that Yoshi doesn't jump as high, but the main thing is that whenever Yoshi eats something, he gets stuck on the ground and can't jump off of it. So we gotta work around that. Also, all melons is a really interesting challenge, because there's 30 melons in each level. So this is essentially what this game's 100% would be like. Yeah.
No, it's like 100% any percent, because we're still only playing through the game once, playing every single stage once, or not every single stage. We're only playing the 6 stages, so it's technically not the full game, but it is the full way of playing the short. Yeah. It's a little bit, like, the game is a little bit weird, actually, how that works, but...
This game's level system is very interesting. One thing you guys probably aren't picking up on is the crazy amount of tech that this game has. So, First off, so there's full 360-degree control over Yoshi's tongue in this game, which is very different from the usual Yoshi games, where you usually only have 3 directions, left, right, and up. Which makes for some really interesting fruit grabs here, or in this case, melon grabs. One thing you might have noticed is that LoveBot's ground pounding in very obscure spots to reveal melons. So fruit can actually be hidden in these spots. Actually, I think it's only melons. He also collected a big happy heart, I think they're called. Power heart, actually. At least in the English version, they're called power hearts. So we mentioned that this game has a really weird level system. So each world has 4 levels, and we only play 1 level per world. The Power Hearts unlock more levels per world. So for page 1, which is world 1, all 4 levels are already available, but depending on how many Power Hearts LoveBot collects here, that unlocks future levels. So he only got, I think he got 2 Power Hearts, actually, because he needs that for the last melon trigger for that particular level.
Yeah, for the last melon to trigger, you have to have gotten all the secrets, which is all the hearts and all the... Or you have to just have touched where the heart is, basically.
Yeah, so he got 2 hearts, so 3 levels should be available on the next world. But he'll be going to the second one, because that's the fastest.
And here's the cutscenes we were talking about. They're nice and chill when you are on PB attempts and you get to breathe in between the stages for a little bit.
You get to decompose just a little bit. Fortunately, you can't really read the the cutscenes, but they tell a fun little story about the level you just played.
Yeah, it's essentially, we talked about it a little bit before also starting the run here. It's essentially a bedtime story game that you're supposed to the reason why we can't skip the cutscenes is because the game doesn't save. So you cannot reset the console to skip the cutscenes. So if I were to reset the console like I do on American, we would just have to start over entirely. So that's why you can't do that. And this is a block spoiler, a very step up in difficulty just casually from the stage we just played. The stage we just played has a ton of like tech that we do, this will as well, but this is just casually also very difficult.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy how it jumped up. This stage also looks terrifying. As a child, I was scared at this level. It was interesting.
An egg here, I made a mistake. I'll just go back to that melon real quick. Ooh.
Yeah, so...
That was close.
Yeah, okay, so what happened there is that when you get hit, you're actually invincible for a tiny period of time. So you can actually enter the lava and live if you get hit by a blarg.
We're good though. It's just fruit routing or egg routing is very precise, so the fact that I missed one egg there actually means that I had to go back and do all that weird stuff, but we are good.
Yeah, and then there's also the fact like there is no backup melons. There's only 30 of them, and we really haven't explained how unforgiving they are. I don't know if right now is a good time to explain that.
Oh yeah, go ahead. We have a bit of a skip coming up I need to focus on, so...
Alright, so the thing that makes melons so hard over, just completing the game normally, eating whatever fruit you want, is that, again, there's only 30 of them each stage, but a lot of them, when they despawn, they do not come back. So you miss them, and they're gone forever. So the ones like that you fall in the lava, you can respawn, but let's say you're eating a melon while an enemy hits you, you'll spit it out, and it will never respawn. You'll have to reset the stage. Or eat a different fruit. But, that makes it not a melon run anymore. There's some minigames.
Okay, we got it.
Clean. Okay. Good stuff, my dude. That's a really difficult skip.
Yeah, that skip is very, very difficult. I'm glad I got that, because in the last few marathon runs, I'm pretty sure I died there. So we got it.
So, yeah, what you're supposed to do there is be on a rolling ball. That's slow. That skip saves a decent chunk of time, for sure.
This is bad. That's actually really... Yeah, I'm just kinda... Of course, I get the super hard skip, and then I fail a very easy part of the level.
Yeah, so that's another thing that makes melons as unforgiving as it is, because those 7 melons are just gone now.
As you literally just explained, they're just gone now. So I actually can't do anything, but because time won't allow, like, estimate-wise. So I do have to sadly eat these watermelon here.
I mean, they're still melons, right? I mean,
that banana is...
This is...
Actually,
you mean that yellow melon? Do you mean the yellow melon there?
Exactly. So yeah, you saw how big that skip there. It's a huge portion, and it's really hard to pull off. And obviously, I then messed up a very easy part of the game, and now the screen, as you see, is ruined. We technically just ruined the run. Normally, you would have to restart and start over. And since the game doesn't save, I can't just go back, right? So that was the entire run over technically, but we'll continue, and you'll get to see the rest of the run. And if this is a perfect time to, one, take some heat off of my ears, which are very hot right now. So if you have any comment, or sorry, any messages or whatever, donations, go ahead while we have cutscene.
Okay, can do, no worries. We have a $10 donation from Visuals. It says, "Kill the grub. Their jars are unbreakable anyway." Okay, we can most certainly try that. Is that possible? LoveBot, do you want to go for that? Or?
Go for sorry.
Go for. Never mind. Never mind. Just missed the moment. But it's my fault.
Yeah. Sorry.
It's all good. No. It's not your fault. It's me, maybe just kind of like flailing madly like a madman. Quickly, whilst I have some time, you may have noticed it before the end of the previous, what's the word for it? Intermission, that there was an interesting game available. Upper Room Games are showing off this game. Wavy the Rocket. It's a 25% off for that right now during the marathon. Use the exclamation mark Wave the Rocket. If you beat their times on speedrun.com, they will donate $10 to charity for everyone who beats the set time that they have. So if people get that game, try and beat that time, Upper Room Games will donate $10 to the cause for everyone who beats that time. So give that a go. An interesting and different way to help support the event.
Everybody should definitely go and do that.
Also, LoveBot's currently playing 3-4, my favorite level. It's called Frustration, which is a very interesting level name. Just doing a difficult skip here. So again, with these mini games, if you don't get the if you didn't make this in time, he could not get these 7 melons again. That's what makes the melon category that unforgiving.
And I was doing a mini game there
categories.
while also skipping the wheel and like Flutter getting all the melons at once. So there's like multiple things going on there, and yeah, if you miss any of it, those melons are just gone.
Basically, this game's crazy.
That's what we're trying to say, yeah. The Babby game is not so so easy. And as
Yeah, a
you
lot of
might be
people,
able to hear too on my controller, there's a lot of mashing.
Oh, I completely glossed over that in 2-2, I think. So there's this trick called tongue jumping. Every time you press the B button while in the air, Yoshi isn't affected by gravity for a solid frame. So if you mash the B button while you're, doing a jump, you just get insane height, which is really useful for certain skips, like jumping over the blargs in 2-2. That's my bad. All right.
I did it again. I'm so... I don't even know how to back this up anymore.
This. Ooh. Okay.
No, I know how to back it up. It's just because we don't usually back this up. When stuff goes wrong, we just reset, right?
Yeah.
And I've obviously practiced few melons here and there, like what to do when I miss something. But straight up missing a mini game, we never practiced that.
Yeah, it's a bit unfortunate.
I'm really sorry about that, guys.
Just eat watermelon. It will still be a melon.
Right now, I'm really struggling. These birds are gonna get me.
Oh.
Okay, we're still alive. Oh, I'm so embarrassed. No, I'm fine. It's one of those things that obviously the big things had to go wrong, right? It couldn't be just me missing a single melon and then all is fine. No. I have to drop the ball entirely. Okay, boss time. Don Bongo, the best boss in the game. Everybody's favorite.
This guy.
Yeah.
This guy is in Smash. He is in Smash, and I am proud of my guy. He is in there.
It's actually true. I'm so tilted right now. We'll get it. And a kissy? And we got a kissy.
Yo, nice.
You just have like a few frames there to get closer to the boss and get a little bit of a kiss in. Swag strap. Alright. You have anything that you need to say, RDB, before? Otherwise, I would throw it over. Because we have a very interesting stage coming up here now, so if there's any messages, I'd want to get them out of the way now.
Oh yeah, messages.
Sure. I can quickly say that there is a $10 donation from Emin Russell saying, "Such a great cause and such a great run. Eat them!" Let's go for it.
You.
There's plenty more to eat. Don't worry about it, man. It's one of those things. These runs are just it's just the fun of it, isn't it? That's just speedrunning.
No, I'm enjoying myself, so I hopefully people in chat are as well.
Oh, I'm sure they are. Do not worry, mate. Do not worry. It's one iota. I'm just loving seeing this game again. I just remember being, one of those things, as a retro runner myself, it's one of those things you just enjoy, even if there's a game you haven't seen for a while, and just seeing that charm and that, that personality oozing out of a game you haven't seen for a while. Yeah. It was wonderful when you were talking about how it kind of feels like a bedtime story kind of thing.
Yeah.
Kind of idea. Like
No, it definitely is.
Told this story as a kid.
Okay, so Jungle Puddle, actually, I'm a huge fan of this stage. It's quite hard as well, and you'll see when we get to the second page, because there's big cheeps called blurbs that will try to mess my day up.
But I didn't know that. Did they give the cheeps a different name?
Oh, they're called blurbs.
Oh, okay.
It even says in the story thing between stages, and the blurbs tried to get Yoshi over.
Oh, that's amazing. You're learning new stuff about this game every day.
And that box there, I'm specifically doing what's called the Dustless Ground Pound, which is, we talked about it a little bit in the beginning, but if I don't get a Dustless Ground Pound on that box, basically my ground pound animation gets cancelled by the box's animation, and that means next time I ground pound, that animation was stored and will play out. So I don't want that to happen, because that's in a very bad spot. So I'm glad I got that dustless ground pound. Okay, see if I can get a swag moonwalk strat here. Yeah, look at Yoshi coming in on the next screen now.
Oh, nice.
Moonwalk.
So yeah, the spot LoveBot was talking about was basically right there.
Yeah.
I've got some delay, so I'm not quite sure if I timed that
No,
well.
it typed it perfectly.
Ah, okay, nice.
Yeah, if I hadn't cancelled or gotten the dustless ground pound before, Yoshi would have gotten stuck to the ground there, and there's a likelihood that the fish can actually eat you then.
Yeah, this is also the, well, do you want me to
this
guide for this one?
minigame is super scary, so let's not mess this one up too, please. I'm taking it purposely very slowly here. Okay, we got it.
Sometimes for melons, you just want to take things really safe, because again, they don't respawn.
PB attempts take that minigame in full speed. That's just you run and gun. And you get it or you don't kind of deal.
Yeah, so one thing I guess we haven't really talked about is that the boxes LoveBot has been pushing in this level, they, you need to be pushing them into each other to reveal the melons. Just ground pounding them only works for specific ones, and some just straight up break if you don't push them into each other. The melon challenge for this is just really obscure and weird like that, but like seeing it like this is just so much fun and impressive every time.
Like this here, for example, going on right now. Why do you have to push this box all the way? Who would have guessed this? And then to leave the box here, jump up, push the other box down, and that's how you rebuild the melons. Like, what little child would have guessed that?
One that has a lot of free times on his hands, or that much. Hey,
and we didn't mess up the stage. Hallelujah, I clap for myself.
Good stuff. That's pretty clean.
Okay, and the next stage coming up has a very interesting thing. I'll let RDV talk a little bit more about actually. It's some RNG manipulation strategies that we cannot do on Japanese, but I'll let you talk a little bit more about that.
Yeah, so there's actually a way to manipulate the RNG in this game. It's not super easy, but basically whenever you hear Yoshi make a sound, like he walks, I think basically any sound rolls the RNG. So in the US version of the game, we would reset between every level because it saves our progress. So that's actually really good, because if we reset, the RNG seed always starts at the same time. So what we do when we enter 5-3 is some really specific movement to manipulate a Lakitu you'll be seeing that has a 10% chance of dropping a melon. Now again, as we mentioned before, there's only 30 melons in each stage. That Lakitu has 5, so it's a pretty big RNG fest, whether or not LoveBot will be able to get all 5 of them on when he wants to. There is a way to actually dupe melons in this stage, and you could actually dupe 4 melons from the Lakitu every time, and then just kind of, you get 4 melons, then you die, you do the level like 6 or 7 times. I don't remember the exact count because I'm not doing math right now. But you can actually manipulate and, you know, do that, but it's not faster than just doing the entire level.
This is really bad luck right now. He hasn't given me a single one.
So usually during runs, you'll probably have to loop around the stage at least once.
I'm gonna let him go away here. The thing is, if I accidentally kill him also, that's...
Yeah, he doesn't come back.
Nope. So we need to be careful with my movement here. Yeah. He dropped me one there I have to take.
I could have not taken it, because he remember he dupes.
Yeah, I'm just... you know what? He gave him my melons, I think, there. There we go.
Nice. I think that's all 5, actually.
I'm pretty sure that was 5.
Yeah.
At least we didn't kill him, so we'll get to see if he spawns back. That means he has more melons from me.
Yeah, that's nice.
And here I'm zooming in the camera because when I hit the last flutter here, Lucky 2 is gonna come in with some melons, and if I'm zoomed in, he's just gonna come in from the corner, always the corner, and the corner is just closer to Yoshi now.
Yeah, and he always stops at the middle as well. So by zooming in, we just make it so that he moves less, basically.
Also, the Lucky 2s are unique, so the one that I'm killing here, don't get panicked, or that has nothing to do with the other one we just talked about who cannot die.
Yeah, also the flutter minigame that LoveBot just played, again, that's also considered a minigame if he landed on 6 and missed 1. Actually, you could back that up with the Lakitu, but you already have 5.
Yeah, so if Lucky 2 has dropped 5, then he will not respawn again. He needs to only drop 4 to do the dupe trick, so yeah. See if I can get a little bit of skip here. Oh, okay. Getting that tongue jump off is quite hard.
Oh yeah, for sure. Oh, he still made it up there. That's good.
Oh, what am I doing?
Oh, you forgot a melon, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, all good. We'll just go the actual way up here. I just dropped down a little bit too early there.
Talking about like obscure secrets in this game, that switch that was just hidden there for those clouds to appear, like how?
Just gonna Lucky 2 drop some water so we don't have to.
Yeah. This Lakitu is the absolute worst in any percent, because that water will push you around and will kill you. So especially when you're new to this game, he is just the biggest troll.
You can harness it though. There's a trick that you can do with the water boosting, but it's really hard and like very, very risky.
It is very risky.
Okay. We did it.
Alright. That's 5-3 done. I didn't even have to go around.
No,
Good stuff.
I got good, well, really bad luck in the beginning, and then faffing about a little bit gave me good luck, so we made it.
Yeah, again, it's about a 10% chance for him to drop a melon. You need 5 of them.
Alright, so one stage left, Lift Castle, where we have Bowser fight, a baby Bowser fight at the end too. Here there's some differences, namely in the very beginning, so it might look a little bit weird with my movement if I mess it up, just because it's so tiny differences. We're talking maybe Yoshi jumps 1 or 2 pixels lower, which is just enough to, you cannot clear certain gaps that you normally can. There's some saw blades that are on cycles, they're on different cycles than normally, and I bounce in between these 2 versions of the game, which actually screws with your muscle memory a lot. So I'll do my best not to drop all the spaghetti, but we've all seen this run. We know how it goes.
Yeah, again, the US version is different in its physics. Mostly that when you eat a fruit, Yoshi likes to get stopped, and where in this game, he doesn't get stopped, he just gets stuck to the ground. It's really interesting to see the differences between the 2 versions, because the game, besides that, is very identical.
Yeah,
other
there's
than,
a few fruit placements that are different, but it's minor.
It's very minor.
It's 1 fruit, right? Or... well, technically 2 fruits, because it's 1 fruit that's moved on 1 stage, but there might be more on all levels, I don't know.
Yeah, I wouldn't know about all levels. But in the Melons run, it's pretty much that one, yeah. Well, actually, yeah, there's also the one in 3-4, Frustration. The one that spawns, like, in between the 2 snakes.
Oh, right. Yeah, so there's a few melons that are just slightly different for whatever reason. Technically, the American version of the game got made harder. There was also introduced these chili peppers that are scattered across. They're in the game in JP, but they're very rare. On American, they're scattered everywhere. Okay, this room is a little bit scary, so I took the checkpoint there, because this is like a falling room, and if I miss any of these melons falling down, I have to go all the way back up to the beginning. And if I didn't have the checkpoint, I would have to play the entire stage again to get to that point.
Yeah, pretty much any safety you can get for this category, you kind of want to, take it every now and then.
Oh, swag incoming, perhaps? No. I didn't get it. I got it so many times in practice. I didn't get it.
Well, you entered the door without like triggering the text box
That is
from
true.
the info box, so bit of a swag track, just not the swag egg. Alright, these Shy Guys can be kind of mean. They have big spike balls, they try to drop on you.
And if you're super happy here, the spike ball would count as a ground pound, popping all bubbles, losing you to the melons into the pit. So don't ever be super happy in that room.
I'm not sure if we ever explained like what being super happy means.
Oh, yeah, because we haven't used it. Yeah.
So there's these heart power-ups you see every time LoveBot gets 6 melons, or 6 of any fruit, really. But, you know, it's picking up melons. So eating that makes you invincible. You can generate infinite eggs. So it's nice to have in certain situations.
Faster, longer tongue. There's a lot of, yeah.
Yeah, that too. In longer tongue, that's actually really useful in 4-2. Yeah. So, but you don't want that for that room that LoveBot was talking about, because it will, yeah, it will make the Shy Guys. Yeah, well, to make the Shy Guys drop their spike balls whenever you shoot an egg.
Okay. We are good. We are good. Last room, last stretch. Time looking pretty garbage, not gonna lie, but we're definitely underestimated, so that's good.
That's all that matters, right?
That is all that matters. Hey, what matters is being close to estimate. All these runners was always like, oh, gotta get underestimate. What about the organizers who were wishing that you got close to estimate, huh? Think about that. Okay, so last minute.
Let's make it exciting.
Gotta get over that. Okay, now we just have one hidden melon that we gotta backtrack for real quick. It was on the way of this minigame.
And then also a boss fight. I think time should be coming up in like 30-ish seconds.
Yeah,
well, more than
30-ish
30
seconds.
probably more like less than a minute, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, so the timing usually ends when Bowser dies, an American version, but in JP, because it's like old school timing, it's when you do the last input on the last like score screen, essentially. No, I missed that? Interesting. I thought I was completely fine with that shot, but no, he...
You're just showing off how, you know...
Yeah. That's the actual mechanic of the boss fight.
Yeah. So usually we try to stun lock him in place by constantly bombarding him with eggs.
Yeah, and he moved a little bit there because I did not get the original stun lock, but he died pretty fast too.
Also, shoutouts to ending the game, like, in midair.
Yeah, I always try to go for that. But yeah, that was Yoshi's story. All melons, well, most of the melons, I guess. And a lot of other fruits, sadly.
Well, I mean, that just shows off how unforgiving the minigames can be. So, for all I care, you did a good showcase.
At least I didn't choke and like get some wrong melons. But time is coming up here when the score turns yellow. In 3, 2, 1, time.
Alright, GG, man.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah,
Okay,
we made it. Let me just quickly...
Yeah, the tradition of, you know, putting the marathon in the you know, the name.
What do I do? CR? For Corona relief? I don't know.
Yeah, sure, that works.
Yeah. Same.
Where's my...
It's CR.
There you go. Yeah, thank you so much, everybody, for this absolute train wreck. Once again, I do it again.
Oh, you did fine, man. It's just like, it's just the 2 minigames. Don't be sorry to yourself. Just the 2 minigames.
Yeah, 2 minutes over my PB time, which is still, like, this is definitely what I want for, like, a marathon in terms of time. So this was still good. This was still good. So I'm happy.
Again, this is a really unforgiving category, as you saw. So finishing any melon run is, like, good in my book.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Also, Discredit's music's really good. I love it so much.
Oh yeah, don't fall asleep. It's very like lullaby-ish, but don't fall asleep because there's plenty of other stuff that you guys want to see. So,
is the credits music a good time to kind of go through this very big donation that just came
absolutely.
through?
Oh, absolutely.
It's all
You
like
want
a
to
little bit
stretch out.
lovey.
You
It's a
want
bit
to
lovey, isn't it?
You want to stretch out the credits as much as you can.
Well, we just actually hit $2,000 for the very, very first
Yo.
day here of the ESA Corona Relief, thanks to a $200 donation from Tiny Tim. That says, "Hi all,
Hello, Tim.
pretty much using up all of my donation budget for the weekend, but it's worth it. It has been a pleasure watching the marathon today. Amazing runs, runners, commentators, readers, and of course Twitch chat. Thank you everyone for your support of such an amazing cause. Oh, and good luck on the run, LoveBot. And shout outs to RDV for the excellent commentary. Cheers!"
Thank you, my man.
Yeah, thank you very much as well, Tiny.
Oh yeah,
That's
thank you
wonderful.
so much for
Yeah.
that. That
Look at
was
the-
huge.
Looking forward to seeing you again once we're able to.
Oh man, yeah, isn't it weird? Like, it just kind of the amount of time it's like, oh, I just want to see people.
Oh, I can't
just
wait
wanna
to see
Yeah,
everybody
for sure.
again.
go to events. But yeah, that's obviously why we're here, to try and help make sure that everyone is as okay as possible. Obviously, thanks to the amazing work of Save the Children and their Corona emergency appeal. But yeah, again, congratulations on the run. A very, very tricky and very unforgiving run. So being able to keep your head through that, very, very well done indeed.
Yeah, thank you.
There, LoveBot. And thank you very much as well, RDV, for the commentary.
Yeah,
I do
thank you,
think we have
RDV.
to-
Oh yeah, no problem. Thank you for asking me on. It was a lot of fun.
I'm pretty sure everyone was happy to have you. So let us stride on forward, because we have to always keep moving on. We can't sit around and
I'm waving
look
goodbye.
back
You
at the
can
great
just-
time.
I was about to say kill me off, but don't. But
no. We can wave goodbye and we'll move forward to our next bit as we hit our next intermission. Coming up next is going to be Hollow Knight, obviously a very, very popular game out there. We are going... Oh, crikey, I'm scrolling the wrong way on my jobby. It's going to be, as I said, Hollow Knight, going to be run by Fireborn, who's going to be joined by Shafe and Pound. So don't go anywhere. We'll take a very, 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 very short break. And when we come back, we'll be ready with the next game on the marathon, Hollow Knight. Cheers, don't go anywhere.